Tonight, you'll experience poker like you've never seen before. Get ready for the most futuristic poker superstructure ever imagined. The Poker Dome. 6 players from around the world have flown to Las Vegas to face off against each other. You can expect some exciting play from this Michigander. Billy Usher believes in karma. What goes around comes around. We didn't have to put this player on a plane to Sin City. This Montana native lives right here in the middle of the poker boom. Paul Spellmo has his own poker website, but still prefers playing live. This is the first trip under the bright lights for this 21-year-old chef. South Carolina's Jesse Joyle loves home games and says he'll put some aggressive play on the menu tonight. The Poker Dome might not be ready for this furniture worker from Michigan. Ed Betzel loves to set traps for others, and his greatest poker moment so far, flopping quad 9s. This player's looking to leave America's playground with all the goodies. Pittsburgh's Jim Madison is a stacks distributor who says he's superstitious about things that happen in 3. And our final player has traveled all the way from Australia. They call Johnny Vincent Yo-Yo. Why? Because his chip stack has continued going up and down and up and down. The players have arrived. Tonight, $25,000 is up for grabs. And one of the 6 players behind this door will advance towards our grand prize, $1 million. This is the MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge. Las Vegas, Nevada, where we're coming to you from the historic downtown district at the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street, the home of the MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge. The Poker Dome is set and open for business. The contestants here are wearing heart monitors, and the proper measures have been taken to ensure that the players will not be in contact with any of our audience. Now, these 6 players from all around the world will be playing the most exciting brand of poker, speed poker, in the most unique and innovative poker venue ever seen, where the studio audience could look into the poker dome, but when it's time to play speed poker, the players cannot see out. And here are the way the players will be seated. Billy Usher will be in seat number 1, Ed Betzel seat 2, Paul Spellmo will be in seat 3, Johnny Vincent seat 4, Jim Madison will be in seat 5, and Jesse Joyle will be in seat number 6. And with that, we are just about set to get started. I'm Barry Tompkins. Michael Koenig joins me, and so does Leanne Tweeden for interviews, and we are set to play a little poker.
Blinds, as usual, starting out at 1-1. Players can see a lot of flops. It's pot limit before the flop, no limit after the flop.
Just hit that green button.
Not much for anybody to be too proud of here. Pair of 8s for Spellmo, and
I raise.
3 makes it 3,000.
likely will be enough.
5 left.
So 2 more?
Well, Joyle will call. 9,
Love it.
King, 10.
And for pocket 8s,
look at that flop.
that's a very unattractive flop.
There's some
You
potential
bet.
something out there.
As Joyle has picked up a pair of 10s.
6 checks. I see 4 checks.
Well, now.
6 checks.
Talking. Are you not hearing me?
6,000.
See 4 bets,
Attaboy.
Are
6,000.
you there?
Attaboy. That's a big one. If he's saying attaboy.
Spellmo has an open-ended straight
Take
draw
it
now,
down.
but Joyle still has the best hand with the 10.
Yes.
And Joyle folds the best hand to the bet.
Okay, yeah, I'm fighting for it. 2,000 right now, Joel. Thinking about it. I don't know if that's true. If you lose like half a stack, will you take the 2? Yeah, definitely.
Not a good-natured kidding going on at this table. These guys have all been together. I want to remind you, see that clock over on the right side of your screen there. 15 seconds to play, and that clock will count it down.
See 5 folds.
You'll be seeing that all night long here.
Bet pot.
Joyle will bet the pot.
Should the players require more time, they each have one timeout extension. That's that green button in front of them. They can hit that plunger and get an extra 30 seconds to think about their hand.
Jack, king 4 on the flop.
Joyal raised before the flop. He might want to try to continue to sell the story here.
He won check.
And you see the heart rate monitor up on the left of your screen, and it's at 140, almost twice his normal heart rate.
I'll bet. 5,000.
Usher, open-ended straight draw. Joyal does have the best hand with ace high, and again, Joyal folds the winner.
Hoping that's not a pattern. Well, if you're not familiar with speed poker yet, here's how it all works.
There are 6 players, 2 dealers, and just 15 seconds to act. Each player is dealt 2 down cards and must decide whether to call, raise up to the pot limit, or fold within 15 seconds. If 2 or more players remain in the hand, the community cards are dealt. The first 3 are called the flop, and they're followed by a round of betting, where players can then go all in. Next comes the 4th card, called the turn, more betting, and finally, the 5th card, called the river. Remaining players can bet one more time, then show their hands. In all cases, the best 5-card hand wins and takes the pot. Each player can use only one 30-second time extension button per match prior to heads up, and is guaranteed one more if he reaches heads up play. That is speed poker.
Actor live audience, as we said here at the Poker Dome. It's a whole new look to a very old game.
I fold. I'm facing raises every
It's really an intimate examination of these players. We've got their heart monitor there. They have to act very quickly. Not only does our viewing audience see the players' whole cards, the audience here at the Dome sees their whole cards as we see them. So there's nowhere to hide for these guys.
3 to the flop here. 3-6 Jack on the flop.
Joyal again flops the best hand.
Check.
I expect him to bet here.
That's the pot. And Usher with a king queen.
2 over cards, but there's also that flush draw out there.
Lets him go. Now Betzel with an ace. Gonna forget about it. Joyal's gonna take this one down with his pair of jacks. So Joyal has been a participant in the first 3 hands in this match, and he gets a little something back right here. We got a lot more to come. Don't go anywhere. We're at the Poker Dome. We will be back.